I cannot believe I'm grounded until Cyrus' 15th birthday because me and Molly misbehave on some Kazakh first episode premiere for cinema by wishing Super Sentai series unhappy 45th anniversary back in March 7th. And also, today is PPF 9000's birthday. And she keeps making grounded videos out of my BFF Molly Peterson. What should I do with PPF 9000 and her sister SPF 8000 for their birthday for today? I have a idea. I will morph into A Rangers. And then I will do a finisher against PPF 9000 and SPF 8000 for their birthday. But I'm not going to do it alone. I will join Brianna, Tina, Zed, and Heather, of PPF 9000's troublemakers along with Molly and Carla. But first, I will call them. Hello. This is Happy from Happy Holy Kids speaking. Is this 4 of PPF 9000's troublemaker here?
Yep. Of course we are. We 4 WPPF 9000's troublemakers. Nice to meet you, Happy from Indonesian children TV shows.
And also, do you know what is it today?
Today is WPPF 9000 and our stupid sister WSPF 8000's birthday. And PPF 9000 keeps on making grounded videos out of us for non-stop.
Really? Is that for real, Tuna?
Of course, Happy. And what is really worst? She is becoming a friend with Cat Ocean Pearl 6472 since 2019, and Ikuna Gaming texting story and transcriptor man since September 2020 along with Andres 290 and also Happy. Ikun keeps on making grounded videos out of you along with me and Brianna non-stop.
Well, Happy. How about we 5 will act like a Super Sentai Rangers? And do a finisher against WPPF 9000 and WSPF 8000 for their birthday. Just like what Super Sentai Rangers did to Monsters of the Week and their villains in each of their TV shows.
Wait, Heather. That's a great idea for us 5. We will act like Super Sentai Rangers and do the finisher against WPPF 9000 and her sister SPF 8000 for their birthday. And also, I will be that Pink Ranger. You, Heather, will be the Yellow Ranger. Zek, you will be the Red Ranger. Brianna will be the Blue Ranger. And Tina will be the Green Ranger.
Well, not bad what you've said is. And also, we will morph into Rangers and do the finisher against them on their birthday.
Okay. See you later when you 4 got into my house. Goodbye. Here we go. Therefore will be coming here in a few minutes. Yes, I'm coming. Well, I'm glad that you 4 come to my house. Even though it's a little bit late from a few minutes.
No problem, Happy from Happy Holy Kids. Let's go. We will morph into Rangers by saying Ranger change. And then we will go to PPF 9000 and our sister's house and then we will do a finisher against them on their birthday.
Alright, Brianna and Tina. Let's go to morph into A Rangers.
Ranger change.
Ranger change.
Ranger change.
Alright. Let us introduce them who are us. Even though we are all hate Super Sentai series in our super flaming passion. But let us roll call to introduce us to the audience. The troublemaking leader. Happy the Trouble Queen.
The Blue-Green Swappers. Brianna the Trouble Queen.
The Creature Hunter. Zack the Trouble Red.
Zack the trouble-making boy's sister. Heather the Trouble Yellow.
Brianna the Trouble Blues twin sister. Tiana the Trouble Queen.
We are
Troublesmaker. Troublemaker Bear.
Troublemaker Bear.
Troublemaker Red.
Alright. Now we are done doing the roll call. Now, let's go and ruin PPF 9000 and SPF 8000's birthday. By doing the finisher against them on their birthday because she likes to make grounded videos out of 4 of his non-stop.
Yeah. Let's go ruin their birthday by doing a finisher against them on their birthday.
Well sis, today is our birthday.
I know, right, my big sister PPF 9000? Today's our birthday. I can't wait for everyone else to come here to our houses.
Well. It's 4 of our troublemakers along with the new troublemaking girls in the Go Animate City. Happy from Indonesian children's shows. Happy Holy Kids.
And also, why the heck your costume looks like Super Sentai Heroes? Well, Super Sentai Heroes is to save the world from the villains, not ruining someone's birthday party.
Well, PPF 9000 and SPF 8000. Since SPF 8000's big sister making grounded video out of 4 of his non-stop. How about we are giving you a surprise birthday for you?
Wait. A special surprise for 2 of us?
Yep. A surprise to both of you for making grounded videos out of my bestie Molly Peterson non-stop.
Uh-oh. They have the gun. We're so death right this instant.
Super Mega Laser Blaster.
Yes. Finally. We finished PPF 9000 and our sister SPF 8000 for their birthday. No more grounded videos out of 4 of us.
I know, right, Tuna? No more are also grounded videos out of Molly Peterson, aka my best friends.
Crap. It's Equin and his bestie from Instagram. Kira Alicia.
Wait. Where's my bestie WPPF 9000 and her sister SPF 8000 go? Also, why did you 5 wearing like a Super Sentai Heroes?
Equin. We 5 can explain. The reason why we're 5 wearing the superhero suit, and finishing off one of your bestie WPPF 9000 and her sister on their birthday is because one of your bestie WPPF 9000 keeps on making grounded videos out of 4 of us non-stop. So this is why we're morph into a Rangers and finish them off on their birthday.
No. My bestie WPPF 9000. Killed by the finisher of yours along with WSPF 8000. No way. Wah
Don't worry, Equin, my friends from Instagram. I will handle this situation. Also, I'm sad too when I hear your bestie WPPF 9000 and WSPF 8000 died by the troublemaker finisher.
Crap. We're so busted now.
Heavy, Brianna, Tiana, Zach, and Heather. Did you just made my Instagram friend Zyquin crying by killing WPPF 9000 and SPF 8000 for their birthday using our superhero suits? Is that really true? Tell me the truth right now. Yes. We did act like Super Sentai heroes and doing a finisher against PPF 9000 and SPF 8000 on their birthday is because she keeps on making grounded videos out of 4 of us and Happy's BFF Molly Peterson. We're so sorry. Happy, Brianna, Tiana, Zach, and Heather, how dare you made my Instagram friend Zyquin crying by finishing WPPF 9000 and SPF 8000 for their birthday. Thanks to 5 of you. You made my friends from Instagram cry. You know what? Happy. I am calling Holy and Kids and the rest of you. I will call for a better parents about this. Hello. This is Sarah speaking. And you won't believe what they 5 did this time? They made Zyquin crying by doing a finisher against PPF 9000 and her sister for their birthday. Using the superhero suit and acting like a Rangers. Like bruh. Sentai Rangers is to save the world from the villains. Not ruining someone's birthday or killing people on birthday. Can you please punish them for this?
They did what? Thanks for telling us this, Syra. They 5 will be punished for this. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Brianna and Tiana, I cannot believe you've both killed WPPF 9000 and her sister for their birthday by acting like Sentai heroes and doing the finisher against them for their birthday. You know that WPPF 9000 and WSPF 8000 didn't do anything wrong to you both, and also, Super Sentai is to save the world from the villains, not killing people on their birthday.
And for this, you are grounded for 4 days. Go back to your normal clothes back.
Now, go upstairs to your room right now and never ever come back until your grounding time. That is 4 days is over.
Hey. Zach and Heather. We can't believe you killed WPPF 9000 and her sister on their birthday along with Happy from Happy Holy Kids. Brianna and Tina by acting like a Super Sentai heroes and do a finisher against them on their birthday. You should know that Sentai heroes is to save the world, not killing people on their birthday.
That's it. You are grounded for 6 days. Go to your room right now and change your clothes back to normal.
Oh my freaking god. Happy the Raspberry Brat. We can't believe that you, along with Brianna, Tiana, Zach, and Heather killed WPPF 9000 and her sister WSPF 8000 for their birthday.
By acting like Super Sentai heroes and does the finisher against WPPF 9000 and WSPF 8000 for their birthday. You should know that Sentai heroes is to save the world from villains, not ruining someone's birthday or killing someone on someone's birthday. That's it. Instead of grounding you, you will be forced to watch Zenkaiger for 5 hours straight. Before you go to your room and watch Zenkaiger, go change your clothes back to normal clothes. There you go. Now, you will be forced to watch Zenkaiger 5 hours straight in your room on TokuFun website.
Oh no! I got sent to my rooms by Holly again. And this time, I've got forced to watch Zenkaiger on TokuFun website. Where we are.
バディと古代も未来もどんな場所でも奇跡の絆勇者の力風の
Well, this is unacceptable. I got forced to watch Super Sentai series by Holly and Kids for the second time in a row. First, they got forced me to watch Ekro back in October 2020, for ranting on Katoshin Pearl 6472. And now Holly and Kids forced me to watch Zenkero just because I acting like them along with Brianna, Tina, Zek and Heather, and does a finisher against WPPF 9000 and WSPF 8000 for their birthday by using the laser gun finisher. Wag.